Hey guys, we're going to go over our Lesson 2 STARS guided notes. You can follow along and edit your answers if you need to. Hopefully you got them all correct, but if not, you can change them. You can pause this video at any time and fix your answers, or if you have any questions you can pause and ask me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, a star is a large celestial body that is composed of gas and emits light. Number 2, stars are made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Number 3, differences in the temperature of stars result in differences in color. We talked about that the temperature would have stars would have a different color based on how hot or how cool the star was. Stars may range in color from red, which indicates a cool star, to blue, which indicates a hot star. Number 5, the sun is a relatively cool yellow star. Number 6, 2 or more stars that are bound together by gravity, which causes those stars to orbit each other. 3 or more stars that are bound by gravity are called multiple star or multiple star system. Number 8, the sun, like other stars, is composed mostly of hydrogen and helium. The sun may also contain oxygen, carbon, neon, and iron. Number 9, the sun's core, the very, very center part, is where matter is converted into energy. Number 10, the sun's surface, the photosphere, is the layer of the sun's atmosphere that we see from Earth. Number 11, some stars are bright and other stars are dim. In reality, one star can appear brighter than another star simply because it is located closer to Earth. And that's how we are with our sun, which is a star. It looks like it is brighter than all the other stars in our galaxy, or as much as we can see. But it's actually not one of the brightest ones. It just appears brighter because it's closer. That's called apparent magnitude, which is number 12. Number 12, apparent magnitude is the measure of a star's brightness as seen from Earth. Number 13, ancient astronomers described star brightness by magnitude. They called the brightest stars they could see first magnitude, and the faintest stars they could see sixth magnitude. And then when the telescope came along, we could see more stars. We could even see stars that were further away that were brighter, and we definitely could see more stars that were very dim or very faint. And so we had to add to the system that they were using. And because of this, we had to give brighter stars a number that ended up being a negative number, and then all the positive numbers, the higher the number, were the fainter or dimmer numbers. So let's go down to number 14. Faint stars have a positive or larger number. Bright stars have a negative or smaller number. Number 15. When astronomers use the word luminosity, they mean the actual brightness of a star. Number 16, to measure a star's luminosity or brightness, astronomers use an absolute brightness scale called absolute magnitude. Number 17, like the colors of stars, the sizes of stars differ greatly. Stars may be about the same size as the Earth or larger than the size of the Earth's orbit around the Sun. Number 18, astronomers use the size of the Sun to describe the size of other stars. Either a star is smaller than the Sun or larger than the Sun. Number 19, very small stars, which are called white dwarf, are about the same size as Earth. So those are much, much smaller than the Sun. Very large stars, which are called supergiants, typically have the size of between 10 to 100 times the radius of the Sun. There are also extremely large stars called supergiants. Supergiants are often red or blue stars. Number 21. Apparent magnitude is the measure of a star's brightness as seen from Earth. So if you wanted to rate the stars while viewing them from Earth, either with your eyes or with a telescope, you would be giving the apparent magnitude brightness of the stars. But if you wanted to get their true brightness, which were actually brighter and which one were actually dimmer, then you would put them all at the same distance and then rate which ones were the brighter and which ones were dimmer. That's number 22. Absolute magnitude is the measure of how bright a star would be if they were located at a standard distance from Earth, all the same distance. What is the standard unit that astronomers use to measure the size of stars? Okay, they use the solar radii, the radius of the Sun. They base everything off of the Sun. It's either smaller than the Sun or bigger than the Sun. Number 24, what are some of the physical properties of stars? Okay, how would you describe a star? You would talk about its color, its sizes, its brightness, its temperature. There's also one more that the book didn't mention. It's called the mass or the weight of the star. Two stars may be the same size, but one may have a a higher weight or more dense and therefore would weigh more. But these four are the main ones that we've talked about this week. And finally, number 25, Mizar is a star system that is composed of two pairs of stars, Mizar A and Mizar B, or 4 stars in total. Because remember, a pair is 2, and if there's 2 pairs, 2 plus 2 is 4. So if there are 4 stars in this star system, what do astronomers call a system that is composed of 2 or more stars? Multiple stars, or a multiple star system. So hopefully you did great on all of these questions. If you didn't understand something, you can always ask me. And also be sure to look over your vocabulary words in Quizlet. You can do the flashcards or the games that they have in there, or you can create your own test and take it and see how you do. Just for fun, just to prepare for your quiz on Friday.